This is GameBro64 and I'm bringing you guys a level 120 death deck and gear setup. It's going to be my attack setup. It's been a very long time since I've done a video, so I apologize for that, but we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. First, this is level 120, so I'm going to show you the total setup, and then I'm going to show you each piece of gear, and I'll tell you guys why I run each piece of gear the way I do, and then the deck setup will come at the very end of the video. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the overall stats. Alright, so my overall stats that I have is 123 damage for death, 55 res, and then 24 accuracy for death. Now if you want max accuracy, you need 15 accuracy in death just to have max, so you have a little bit over max, which is pretty good. If you use stuff like the 120 death spell or Village Sorrow or something like that, the bird spell or whatever, if you use the 110 or 120 spell for death, you do need 20 accuracy. It's 5 less than the Lulu spell. I'm running 6,500 health, so it's really good, almost at that 7k, is 500 off. I want to tell you right here now that this setup is not officially complete. There is little minor and tweaks and stuff like that you can do to improve this setup, to make it very, very effective and efficient. I have 500 critical rating, which is only 40%, so at 120 your crit and crit block is really, really shot. So yeah, I'm just mainly focusing on damage and resist on this. I got 247 block, which is only 18, about 20%, give or take. 27 armor piercing with 32 incoming. I sadly do not have any stun resist. The best thing for this would be a 5, and that's usually you can give on your square jewels. Just so the conviction, TC conviction gives you 95 stun resist, whereas this 5 can give you the 100%, so you can never get stunned. I have max power pip chance because it's always good to have max power pip chance and max accuracy. And then 5 shadow pip bonus, which is very low. And some people like to have it at like 6 or 7 or 8, depending on the jewels and stuff like that, and their gear choice and setup. But unfortunately, this is only 5 for now. I do have one piece of gear that that needs to be improved. But yeah, all right. So those are my overall setups. Now the individual gear itself, I'm running the Crocopatcher hat. Overall, just really good. Gives you pierce, resist, power pip chance, damage. It's just one of the best hats in game, pretty much for death. I would say this is probably the best in slot gear. I'll let you know about other pieces of gear and that you can improve and work upon. So definitely get the Crocopatcher hat. Definitely the best hat for death. Bone Smasher robe, Rattle Bones, Exalted Duels for both Crocopatria and for Rattle Bones. Definitely some of the best gear in the game. You can, if you don't have this, you can go Malastare if you want to rock Malastare. Though that's completely fine. So it's just like an alternative. Obviously, you're going to run Malastare. It's just a little few points better is the Crocopatria and the Rattle Bones. This is something new that actually came in the Professor Horde pack, I believe, and the reason why I run this is just because it has such high resist, high damage, and it does give crit. Now, unfortunately, you are losing block from the Malastare boots, but that's perfectly fine because since you're 120, your block isn't going to work as much as you wanted it to do. As you saw, 250 is only almost 20%, so well, not even 20%, so it's really, really bad. So if you had like 400, 500 something, you're only going to be rocking close to 40%, which is pretty sad. But so it's very hard to get blocked nowadays. So just focus resist and more damage pretty much. Or if you can hit max crit, go ahead and go for max crit. We're going to run the Eye of the Soothsayer wand, or this, or the Terror Horde. I think this is Terror Horde actually. This is Terror Horde. If you can get the 120 version, go for it. It gives you 1 extra damage. I think it gives you 2 more armor piercing and a little bit more crit and crit block. And then I think it might also give you like a socket that you can put on the wand, like a square or something. You can go for that if you're 120. Definitely recommend it. I haven't gone for it just because I don't have the crowns, and I just really don't care for 1 extra damage. But like I said, this is one of the pieces you can improve on to get the very, very best of the best kind of thing. This is also 110. Sorry to mention that. This also gives me 1 shadow pip chance, as you can see, so you can definitely get the 6% Shadow Pip chance overall. If you get this at 120, it gives you 2 Shadow Pip, and then this can also be 120 and give you a little bit more damage. The dagger is obviously the dagger from the first fight at Darkmoor. Obviously one of the best amulets in game. Gives you 2 pip, just plain, or not 2 pip, 2 accuracy right off the back. Plus if you have that triangle, you can get an extra 11 in there, making you have 13 overall just from the dagger. And you only need 15 to hit max, and you got 13 just plain right off this dagger. So it's absolutely phenomenal. Power pip chance, 16%. Now if you had the triangle and you wanted to put an extra 10 in there, you have 26 power pip chance just off the dagger alone. That is phenomenal. You also have a little bit of block, which you shouldn't really care about. It's only 18, especially at 120. But if you were a lower level, like 100 or 110, that 18 block can help you out. 16 universal damage, a lot of incoming, and the armor piercing is really good. Those are the reasons why I run it. If you had the Morganth one, you can obviously run the Morganth one. That's very good as well. But yeah, either have this or the Morganth one. They're the 2 best daggers in game pretty much. I'd say this trumps the Morganth one because it has more health, more power pip chance, more accuracy, more block. I think more incoming as well. I could be wrong about the incoming. And then it has 1 less damage, but I just feel like this is so much better. Obviously you're going to run the Morganth amulet. Very important amulet. Gives you 2 blades, gives you everything pretty much. Gives you block, gives you crit, gives you resist, armor piercing, health, more health in the tier, square socket for like block. I don't know why I have block in there. I can remove that. Hopefully you get like a stun resist or incoming. Incoming's really good to have high of, just in case you have a healer or something like that. You can get more heals back with higher incoming you have. Deathblade's really good just because you get 2 of them. They're 45%. They stack with all the other ones. This is Alpha Mega. Now you can improve this to the plant one, and if you do, I definitely recommend the plant ring, the Aphrodite. Gives you 2 more damage, a lot more. I've been saying that a lot lately. It gives you 17 power pip chance, 2 more damage than the 10 here. You lose the 30 universal block, but you do gain like I think like 70 and 50 to like the opposite or the spirit schools or something like that, but you don't get death block. You get myth and life. You get more incoming, I believe, and you also get I think more health, but I could be wrong. Plus you also get a tier, square, and circle, so you get a free extra square for more stun resist, more incoming, or flat resist, or block if you want to put it in there. But yeah, overall that. I'm going to skip the pet for now. The mounts, I do not have the mount. So the mount I would definitely recommend is either the Norwal, which comes in a bundle, gives you 2% more damage. It's $40 though, that's the only downside. Really the most important thing in that bundle is the mount. So if you want to spend $40 just for 2 more damage, you can go ahead. Or you can buy the Gulcher mount from the Gulcher pack in the Crown Shop. It's somewhat rare to get the mount, and it's 3 damage instead of 2. Beats the Norwal, but it all depends on how many crowns you're willing to spend, or you just rather to spend 40 and get the bundle and just have yourself 2% and screw the 1 extra damage. All up to you. Currently I don't have any of that, so I just run the Road Warrior mount because it looks cool. My deck is obviously the Rasputin, one of the best decks in the game. Some people say Omen's a little bit better, and it is by like block and crit, maybe just by a few extra points if you want to go for that. You run the triangle socket just so you can have power pip or accuracy, just extra stuff like that. The pet is apparently some max stats is now a thing. A lot of people I've been seeing have either 10 dealer or 10 proof. Unfortunately, I do not want to grind up another pet, level it all the way up, and try to get 10 proof 10 dealer just to get 1 extra stat on both my proof and my dealer. So I'm just going to leave it where it is now. But you can do that if you ever get the chance to do that, or try to get something similar to this. The pet is really your call. You don't necessarily have to get this exact pet, but just get something similar to it, because it definitely helps you out with more tankiness and more damage, obviously. And then the blade, try to get a pet with a blade. It's very good to have blades on both your pet and your amulet, just so you have more blades to use, plus all your sharpens and all your TC. Off to the deck. This is pretty much my standard deck. Sometimes I even run it like this. Alright, get rid of those. I just run it like this because I know I can do a lot of damage just with like 3 or 4 blades. I also know that I run with a team, so obviously I'm going to be having other people hit with me, not just me alone. So that's very important there as well, is to run with players and stuff like that. So sometimes I just run this. Sometimes if I'm fighting alone or something like that, I'll obviously run like 2 spirit blades, just for more like a 35 to 45 blade with my 50s and 40s for death blades. And I like to run them as well. Reshuffles, very big and very handy to use, especially even if you're like going support or anything. Definitely carry reshuffles, because there's 2 reasons. First, it makes your deck really short, and the second reason, it reshuffles all your cards back into it. The reason why you run a short deck is because you're not afraid to delete almost every card you have, and hopefully don't delete the reshuffle, of course, but you can reshuffle and gain all these cards back. So by running a shorter deck, you can get your blades up a whole lot quicker and your hit cards a whole lot sooner than you actually kind of want them to be. Like first turn, I'll probably pop like 1 or 2 hits on first turn and 1 or 2 blades, and that's it. And then obviously you can throw some stuff in TC as well. Usually I carry infal for extra accuracy or armor piercing in case they throw like unwanted towers or anything like that. Or if they just have resist, and I forgot to throw converts, accuracy is just really good, and so is the armor piercing. I carry some more hits in there just in case like I'm facing death and I throw up the infal, and the armor piercing helps, but it doesn't like kill them in one shot or something like that, so I have to use multiple hits or something. I have spare hits inside my TC. I also have cleanse charms in case like anything. This is pretty much your universal out for anything. If they throw a weakness on you, debuff, they throw a dispel on you, anything like that whatsoever, even a healing weakness for Pete's sakes, throw cleanse charm up and it gets rid of it. So it's just absolutely phenomenal there. Yeah, so overall this is my deck setup pretty much. Normally I just run something similar to this. I don't run reshuffle just because usually if it's minions, I know I can hit for about 2k, almost 3k on my Lulu if I have like 1 or 2 blades up. So, and most minions now that Mirage got a nerf and stuff like that, the health drop on it, most minions run about 2,000 or 3,000 health. And then like I said, I also run with a team, so I'm also doing a little bit extra as well. It's good to have both blades in here. If you want, you can run double 45, but sometimes I always forget, did I already throw my amulet blade up there or did I not? So I just like to run 1 of each. And like I said, the reshuffle really helps, just so you can run 1 of each and know for a fact that, yo, I did throw this, I did throw that, or whatever. And so the reshuffle just reshuffles you pretty much completely. So it just makes you run a shorter deck, and just absolutely phenomenal. There's a TC, and back at the overall stats once again, guys. This is the overall setup. This is my 120. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, obviously leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you have any alternative gear, definitely message down in the comment section below, and I'll take a look at it. The setup is definitely not complete. Like I said, you can definitely improve on the pet. You can definitely improve on the ring for a few extra point damages there. 120 for both boots and for wand. You can definitely improve on a few stats there. And then if you want to like rotate your dagger around to like Morganth, you can go up 1 extra damage there and stuff like that. So you can, there's definitely room of improvement on here, and so you can probably get up to maybe 125, but you probably get up to almost 130 damage, maybe 128 or something like that, and your resist can almost get up to 60, which is absolutely phenomenal, because you'll be almost rocking a Jade resist with 125, 130 damage, which is phenomenal. But anyways, guys, that's for another video. I will see you guys all later. Have a great day. See you in another video.